We have the Iron Giant. We use scrap metal and raw materials. Brandon's family owns a welding shop, and anything that they used or didn't use from a job, that's what we were able to source. My day job is a mechanic, so a lot of the components and wiring is from my work, stuff that left over. If something goes bad, it's usually got extra components that we can save or whatever. The Dragon's powered by a window motor, so like the window that goes up and down in your car door. The motor that actually rotates it is a blend door motor, so like if your AC's on or your heat's on, that's the blend door motor that actually changes the temperature in your car. A lot of the little robots that are around, there's 10 of them, the little workers, they're all car components, so like some of them are like ignition switches and timing chain tensioners and idle air control valves and mass airflow sensor. So those are our little workers, part of the Iron Giant theme. When we start, the ball comes down the inclined plane, uses up a lot of our time, but comes down, hits a cam for our pulley system, which is actually a weed eater head. As the pulley rotates, it brings the counterweight up. We have a lever here with a little stainless steel box on a hinge. The ball trips out of that and oscillates back and forth inside. This is a 55-gallon drum we kind of cut down. And there's a hole in the bottom of it, and the ball funnels down. And I have we have a micro switch mounted, and this is like if you're getting into your car, like any sort of little rubber pad or whatever that senses. This is a switch that's inside of it, and it sends voltage up to a speaker that's holding another ball bearing. The magnet holds it just enough to where it'll overcome once the coil is energized and comes down to this other pipe, which eventually hits the switch for the Dragon to come on and rotate, light up the eyes, pop the balloon for you guys. A lot of what's neat about this is the wiring that had to go on to isolate the circuits and run things backwards. We have DC motors and everything else. Once it pops the balloon, to stop it, we have a limit switch, but then we also had to build circuits that bypass those switches so we could run the current back the other way to reset it. So that was a lot of thinking as well. But that's pretty much
This is pretty scary.
Like what is
So
it's excellent.